It's great to have a purpose, a reason for doing what you do. So, what is Optiver's purpose? What difference do we make? What's our delta? We found inspiration in the story of Amsterdam and the spice trade. 17th century shipping was incredibly expensive, so merchants teamed up with investors, a relationship which benefited them both. But it didn't only help them. It also led to increased trade, as spice makers got connected to new markets, consumers enjoyed lower prices, a shipping industry boomed, and whole new industries popped up. Unfortunately, the risk of losing everything was putting investors off, so they invented shares to let them literally share the risks. But when it came to buying and selling these shares, they quickly discovered that it takes two to trade. They needed a willing buyer or seller, one that would always be ready to trade. And in 1626, on a bridge near Dam Square, they got them, the first market makers. These specialists in the market for shares knew that the same share bought in Amsterdam could be sold in Antwerp, or one bought in the morning could be sold in the afternoon. These market makers had no view on whether the shares would go up or down. They simply made a profit from selling for a tiny fraction higher than what they paid. And with a ready market for shares, investing became much more attractive. Companies could easily raise new capital, leading to more ships and more spice trade. The world has changed, but the story remains the same. Companies and government need money to make things happen, and investors are looking to earn some reward. Market makers lower the entry barrier to the market as they ensure that investors can buy and sell their shares at any time. And trust in the efficiency of the market makes it easier for companies and government to raise new capital. Looking at the long history of trading, we have seen that the activity of market makers like Optiver makes markets transparent, as we consistently show our buying and selling prices, and makes markets more liquid, as we are always willing to buy or sell, making it easier for investors to transfer their risk. This fosters a well-functioning financial market and supports the growth of the economy. Since our founding in 1986, we have been dedicated to playing a positive role in making financial markets function well. Our heritage is as important today as it was back then. Every day, in all market conditions, and for all our stakeholders, our mission is to improve the market.